There's a popular book that a lot of people have read, and that popular book is called Think and Grow Rich. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I personally have never read the book. I know a lot of people read it. I know it's one of the go-to books, but I've never read Think and Grow Rich. However, I have read the book called Speak and Grow Rich. Walk with me. Listen, I'm Billy Miller, the motivational minister. And listen, I love books. And I've read hundreds and hundreds of books, and I've dedicated this channel to uh, talk about the books and give book reviews of the many books that have impacted my life throughout the years. And in this video book recommendation, I'm going to be talking about this book called Speak and Grow Rich. Speak and Grow Rich. And listen, it's not going to take me that long to share this with you either. It's a powerful book. It's an impactful book, informational book. I bought this book to help me when I first started speaking. When I first got into public speaking, one of the things I do, and the reason I read so many books is, when I want to learn something, I go find a book on it, right? I say, who has the recipe for this thing? And I came across this lady named Dottie. It's Dottie Walters and Lilly Walters, and they wrote this book, and it helped me to learn the lingo, helped me to be familiar with terminologies and different things. There's a lot of nuggets in here. However, I will tell you this, and also if you want to know more about the book, I'll put the link in the description of this video. But the I will tell you this. This is one of these books I called Old but Gold. I actually got this from one of the book reviews that's on Amazon. But I like what they said, Old but Gold, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the book is a little outdated. This book was written in 1997. This book was written before my daughter was born, and my daughter at the time of this video is 28 years old. And I think I bought the book not long after that. I believe I bought this book probably in about 2005 when I had bought a whole bunch of books that I had read at one time. But anyway, but it's still some nuggets in here that are good. Nuggets like this right here. Let me show you this. I'll put this on the screen. She said in this script, this book, it says having a degree is not essential to being a highly paid professional speaker. Having the knowledge that goes with diligent study is. So listen, this is some wisdom is timeless. This quote was written in 1997, but it's still true today. And let me show you another one, like this one here. Look at this. One of the most important aspects of marketing is tracking how you're getting your leads and when to follow up with them. Listen, that is still true today. This is still what I do today in my business. And if you have a business, listen, this is still true today. This right here is still true today. Now, like I said, some of the book is outdated. Like they talk about a lot of faxing and 'cause I think I even saw the word cassette tape in here. But the nuggets in here are so good, and they're a lot of it in here is still relevant. And like I said, I'm doing this book, whether you get the book or not, that's up to you. But I'm sharing with you the books that have impacted my life. And like I said, I've been reading for a long time, so some of these books are older. I like what it says right here. Listen, 3 steps. Listen to this. To profit from speaking, listen, I'm gonna read. You just listen. Check it out. To profit from speaking, you must be able to attract paid bookings. To obtain speaking engagements that pay, you must offer attention grabbing topics that meet a need in a specific marketplace. Here are the 3 steps. So listen, if you have a business, if you're a content creator, this is still relevant. Give you the 3 steps. Number one, target your markets. Now they call that what was called an avatar. Who is your target market? Who is your avatar? Who is the person that you're speaking to? You need to first find that out. What is your niche? What is your niche? Are you following me? Then she said, then number two, it says, after you find your target market, after you find out who you're talking to, who your audience is, number two, then pick topics that will help solve problems in that market. So pick topics that are going to help solve the problems of your avatar, of the people that you're targeting, your audience. What problems do they have? Pick topics that are going to solve that problem. Number three, create titles for your topics that will grab the attention of your audience and buyers immediately. Listen, this is still relevant today. Listen, if you have a YouTube channel, this still applies. And I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna show you these three steps if you're a YouTuber, if you're a content creator. First, you're going to find out who your target audience is, who's your avatar is what they call it, who's this person that you're speaking to, who's this person that you're going to help. Then you're going to pick topics that are going to help that person. Once you find the person, you're going to find out what issues do they have, and how can you solve them. Now, just because you have that solution, that doesn't mean they're going to watch you. They don't even know you have a solution. So what do? You're going to have to create titles for your YouTube video and your thumbnail. You're going to have a thumbnail that grabs their attention so they can watch and get the solution to their problem. See how that works? This is in a book that was written in 1997. Nuggets still good. I said nuggets still good. Like they had, and they got different things in the book, like when to start charging for public speaking, how to even approach people, the questions to ask. They even got in here how to respond if you're rejected. Listen to this. This nuggets right here. It says, remember that a no now. So if somebody tells you no, he says, remember that a no now can turn into a yes later. A no now, you might have got a no now, but it can turn into a yes later, particularly if you succeed in making a lasting impression. Just because they told you no doesn't mean they don't like you. Maybe they had already got somebody booked. And this applies in other areas too. But just because they told you no, if you made a lasting impression, they'll remember you, right? Says how you respond to rejections can have considerable bearing on your success. If you get angry or feel defeated, you may overlook opportunities to change a turn down into a booking or to sow some seeds for future appearances. When a potential buyer tells you no, you naturally feel dejected for a while. If you can, I'm sorry, it can help you to remember the words of Bill Marriott. And this is what he said. He says, failure, I never encountered it. All I ever met were temporary setbacks. Nevertheless, a no hurts. Take heart. There is cure for rejection. But anyway, they go in, it's just nuggets in here. So I like it. Like I said, it's an older book, but I do like it. Uh, and I'm gonna share one more thing with you. I'm gonna share with you my greatest takeaway from the book. This is my biggest takeaway. Hey, I want to take this quick moment to tell you that not only do I love reading books, I also love writing them too. And I want you to check out the books that I've wrote. I'm a #1 Amazon bestseller, and my books change lives. Just like the shirt says, I write books that change lives. You see them right here beside me. Listen, to find out more about it, look in the description of this video and find out more about how you can get the ebook or the paperback copy. Now let's get back to this powerful teaching. So my greatest takeaway, remember I told you I learned a lot of the language in the field of speaking, and different terminology, how they speak. So I learned something that's called BOR selling, right? Which stands for back of the room sales, right? I learned this and I applied this, and I still do this to this day. and I put up on the screen. And the back of the room sales is offering products at a display table at the back of a room. I like what they say, is usually one of the most lucrative ways to sell speaker products. And I've learned this. You know, I've been at events where I have a vendor table. You know, you have your table, everybody got a table in the back of the room selling their products. Excuse me. The people who sell the most products, just say it's vendor tables and there's different authors, right? The person who speaks usually sells the most books because they connected with the audience. You know, it's a lot of people back here with books. Nobody knows you, you know, and I've experienced this where you know I'm selling books, but I'm selling them as people walking by, and you know I do my sales process as people talking about, you know, walking by. But the person who's speaking has the attention of the audience. And as soon as they speak and the people connect with them, guess what? They lining up to get that book. They don't even know the price. They don't care about the price. They come in to get that book because they connected. And that was one of my biggest takeaways from this book, learning about the back of the room sales, back of the room, and how to do that, the process of doing that. Yeah, so that's the highest level I think you're going to get. If you're at a vendor table, if you get to speak, if you get the opportunity to say something and you connect. I remember I had a vendor table at this conference one time, and a lady said, "Hey, you want to come up and say a few words?" I said, "Sure." You know, I was selling books as people were walking by, but when I went up there and I spoke, she gave me 5 minutes, and I went and dropped 5 minutes of fire. You understand what I'm saying? I went and dropped 5 minutes of nuggets, connected, impacted, powerful. People were like, "Hey, man, yes." That was enough to cause them to line up to come and get the book. So if you're interested in this book, uh, I put the link in the comment section. I put the ebook link, the paperback copy. Remember I mentioned I got this book during a time. It was one year I read 36 books in one year. That's the most books I've ever read in a year. And that year alone has totally impacted my life. Listen, I share it with you in this video right here. So just click that video right there and I'll see you in that video. Listen, I love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. And always remember that the word is your life.